Hi friends, this is ARVIND. Welcome to my channel. So today I am going to explain you about 7 things which are very essential to speak in English. So at least I believe through this way I could learn the language. So grammar is very essential to everybody to speak any language. That too when we are learning a second language in our life. So but at the same time the grammar is very it will create a lot of headache to everybody because it's not interesting when you are learning the grammar. But without grammar we can't learn any language. At the same time we can't speak fluently and efficiently without mistakes. But with less grammar, how can we speak in English? That I am going to explain you today. So these 7 things will be very helpful to you to speak English fluently and with less mistakes. So first of all, I believe the tenses are very important to everybody to speak without mistakes. Because if you are going to speak anything, if you are going to express anything, you have to use the correct tense. So if you are using the correct tense, definitely you will be able to express that in a correct way and without mistakes. So the tenses are very important. In English, we have 3 main tenses and at the same time 4 aspects in every tense. So those are, first of all, present, past, future, and in every tense we have simple, continuous, perfect and perfect continuous. So we have 12 tenses. In 12 tenses we have to learn what is the usage of that particular tense and at the same time what is the main verb and what is the helping verb we are going to use, or what are the main verbs and what are the helping verbs we are going to use. And the next one, we have 4 sentences. That means the conversation happens in two ways. Like if you are going to ask anything and if you are going to give any information to anybody. So if you are going to ask, there are 2 ways. If you are going to give answer, there are 2 ways, yes or no, yes or no. So if you are giving answers like affirmative, negative, and if you are going to ask anybody of anything, that interrogative and negative interrogative. So there are 4 sentences. We have to learn these 4 sentences. Every tense we can ask in 2 ways and we can give answers in 2 ways. So the next one is 6 persons. We have 3 persons, first, second and third person, and at the same time every person has 2, singular and plural. So according to that person, the helping verb or main verb changes. So we have to learn the 6 persons in right way so that you'll be able to use that in correct way. The next one is verb forms. The verb forms are very important. So you have to learn at least 300 verb forms. Means 300 verbs and 5 verb forms. So we have 3 verb forms. For example, come, came, come. At the same time, 2 verb forms, ing form, and when we are using that, when we are adding s or es or for main verb, like a base verb, the present verb. For example, come, came, come, coming, comes. So I mean to say we have to learn 5 verb forms for at least 300 verbs. So that will be helpful to you when you are speaking in English. So the 4th one is you have to learn 300 verbs, verb forms. 5 verb forms of 300 verbs. The next one is, 5th one is WH questions. So I told you earlier that we are going to ask 2 ways, like yes or no. But if you are adding WH questions, so you are getting more information. For example, are you going? So this is a question. Aren't you going? This is a negative question. Interrogative and negative interrogative. Coming to the sentence, this is present continuous tense. So you are going. This is affirmative. You are not going. Negative. Are you going? Aren't you going? So these are 4 sentences. If you are going to ask, if you are going to seek more information, like where are you going, why are you going, how are you going, who are you going with, so when are you going, so all these WH questions will help you to get more information from the person. So the WH questions are very important. And at the same time, 6th one is common mistakes. So So everybody makes mistakes, including me, including you, including everybody, irrespective of their gender, their qualification, their designation. So it is very, very common. So, but we have to learn common mistakes. We have to learn from the common mistakes, and we have to avoid common mistakes. So that will be very helpful to you to speak in English and to avoid mistakes. So what are the common mistakes? For example, so many people say, what is your good name? So there is no good name, there is no bad name in English. So we are going to say, what is your name? Otherwise, your name please. Can I ask your name please? So in this way we are going to ask. But in English we are making it very complicated, like adding a few more things, right? So we have to learn the common mistakes to avoid them. The seventh one is basic pronunciation. So because English is not our native language, it is not our mother tongue. So when we are learning our mother tongue, there are so many impressions on you. So that will be impressed. Like you are going to speak in that way, according to your mother tongue, according to your first language. So, for example, if you are from North, if the Hindi is your mother tongue, then your pronunciation is going to be like school operation. Like so many people speak like this. So this is not a bad thing, but we have to remove that impression. What it is called mother tongue influence. We have to remove that mother tongue influence so that we can speak English in a right way, in a neutral way. That doesn't mean that we have to speak English like a British, like a American, but that you have to remove your mother tongue influence. So friends, if you are going to learn these 7 things, definitely you are going to be very fluent in English, and you will be praised for your language when you are speaking.